Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
It's for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. God.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife, Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That turnpike, you can see that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, no it don't get broken. Legalize, mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in the show called TheMan-Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85-inch screen. The game's on, you rush and bleed. Remain calm, you on the road and chill. Do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-God. It's no telling the panel filled with guest stars. You're now rocking with the voice, you know who it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You're now rocking with my man S-God. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is Alter Production. What that mean? We about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S.God. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Salute Knicks Nation, salute Giants Nation, and salute Big Blue Yankees. Let's go, bro. You already know how it goes. Thank you for checking out this episode of the Man-Cave podcast, and I'm your host, S-God. Man, I'm just coming on here, man. Just had to talk a little something, you know, it's about the Yankees, the Knicks, the Giants coming up, man. I ain't been on in a minute, so I just had to come up and do a little catch up and stuff like that. But if this is your first time to my channel, man, please hit that like and subscribe button. Also share it and also hit that notification bell so that way you know when I'm coming on and things like that, man. Without further ado, let's get into it, man. See the thumbnail, Knicks surging to the number 2 seed in the East. The Yankees are rolling at the start of the season. And also the NFL draft is in about 2 weeks, man. So, you know, I'm going to be at the draft this year in Detroit coming up in about a couple of weeks. So I'm excited. I'm extremely excited about that, man. Seeing what the Giants going to do up there. You know what I'm saying? If they're going to stay at the number 6 pick or they're going to move back or move up, see what they're going to do. And also see how we're going to improve this team, man, you know, because we got a lot of holes to fill. And, you know, we did some in free agency, but, you know, the draft is another avenue for that to happen. So I'm all for that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's going to be exciting. Like I said, I'm going to be there. So I'll see what happens, man. Can't wait for it in 2 weeks in Detroit. You know, I was there last year in Kansas City, you know, when we selected John Michael Schmitz and Deonte Banks. So that was fun. So this year I get to see what they're going to do, you know. So, and like I said, so far, so good. You know what I'm saying? Free agency, we signed John Runyon, you know what I'm saying? Jermaine Illuminor, offensive line help, things like that. We signed Devin Singletary, running back, you know, to not replace Saquon, but to fill the need, you know. So we fill in the holes a little bit, little by little. So, you know, it's going to take some time to build this team. You know, we finally trying to build this team, I guess, from the ground up, you know, the way it's supposed to be built, you know. So it's going to take some time. I know Rome wasn't built overnight. So, you know, I know fans are going to be a little bit, you know, impatient and things like that because we feel like we've been, you know, rebuilding for the last 10, 12 years, you know, since our last Super Bowl. And, you know, we've been futility, but that's how it goes, man, you know. So we just got to wait a little at a time, you know. Everybody want to see if we're going to get a franchise quarterback or we're going to get one of the big stud wide receivers in the draft, you know. And I'm all for it. Like me personally, in this draft, if we get a quarterback, I'm fine with it. If we don't get a quarterback, I'm also not gonna you know, be mad about it. But I can understand, like, I guess they're gonna try to fill the team out first, you know, say build the team up, you know, before you get your quarterback. You know, I know some people feel like if we don't get a quarterback, it's like, oh man, we come mad with Daniel Jones and they ain't doing nothing. But at the end of the day, you got to build your team up with talent on the roster on both sides of the ball, man. You know what I'm saying? On the offensive side and the defensive side, you have to have a complete team. You can't have a team that's like, you know, with no talent and things like that, and then bring a new quarterback in and think that he's just going to automatically raise the level of competition, raise the play. That's not going to happen, man. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be patient. You got to build a team the right way, and building a team the right way starts from the trenches. It's the trenches, offensive line, defensive line. That's what we got to do. You know, we started that already, you know, trading for Brian Burns, you know, giving up a second and a 5th round pick for him. So our defensive line right now, from the look of things, that's the strength of the team right now, the defensive line. And with the new defensive coordinator, that's how he also wants to play too. He wants us to not blitz as heavy like we did in the past, under Wink, you know what I'm saying? Whereas he wants the pressure coming from the front four. So he's going to try to establish that defensive line up front. So far we got Dexter Lawrence, Kayvon Thibodeau, and now Brian Burns. We just got to get that other playmate for Dexter Lawrence and defensive tackle in the middle. So hopefully that comes through the draft. I know we just signed Jordan Phillips. He's a little bit older, defensive tackle from the Bills. So, and we got Jordan Riley from last year. So we'll see what happens. But me personally, like I said, in the draft, we could get a number of different ways. Second and third round. Could get Devontae Sweat. Could get Braden Fisk, Chris Jenkins, people like that, defensive tackles. So you just never know, man. You just never know what they're going to do in the draft and stuff like that, or who they're going to come up with. Like I said, we still got Jordan Riley, got DJ Davidson, things like that. Jordan Phillips we just signed and things like that. So we'll see what happens. But me personally, I'm excited to see what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? Building this team up. Like I said, last year was a disaster. The year before was probably fool's gold. You know what I'm saying? So I guess they took it like last year's like, we really got to see like this is the real team right here. So we really got to add pieces to this team, you know what I'm saying, and build this team up the right way. So I'm not mad at them. So we'll see what happens, like I said. But me, I want them to get the stud wide receiver, get that number one wide receiver that we finally could get somebody who we have some confidence in that can beat defenses, and defenses that have going to be paying attention to and things like that. And taking some attention away, you know what I'm saying? We need a playmaker, we need some talent on the offensive side. We lost Saquon, and right now you look at the team, nobody fears like our offense, you know what I'm saying? There's no one offense that people fear. So I think it starts now in the draft. We got to get that person and start building our team up that way, so that way we could be able to compete with the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the rest of the NFL, like, on a consistent basis, and not just like, on a week to week or, here and there and things like that. So I'm excited for it. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I will be at the draft. So I can't wait for it. Like I said, and I know we've been talking about some Giants content creator been talking about, ways to improve the team and things like that. And I was like, yeah, like I said, quarterback is like what's everybody screaming about, and that'll be nice. Hey, I won't mind if we somehow can get Jaden Daniels, or, if they get Drake May. I know some people don't want Drake May, Caleb Williams. I know that ain't going to happen, but it is what it is. Me personally, build through the trenches first, both sides of the ball, offensive side and defensive side of the ball. Build that way, get your team up. So that way, when you do get your quarterback and things like that, you're ready. You know what I'm saying? You are ready. You are absolutely ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Because any new quarterback you get that's going to come in here on this team that has no pieces and is not completely built is not going to be successful. They're gonna be destroyed, just like Daniel Jones was destroyed before that, with no line on both sides. Get beat up, getting sacked. You know what I'm saying? That's why in this offseason, I think the Giants made a concerted effort to address their offensive line, because it was an embarrassment last year. 85 sacks in a 16-game season. Quarterbacks had no time to do really anything. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you can't operate like that on offense. You can't put up points like that if you have no offensive line, giving you time to either throw the ball or even like open up holes for the running back to make plays like that. So it is what it is. So like I said, we're building the team the right way. We're going through the trenches, like I said, and I could see that going in the draft too. Like I said, I won't be mad if we go defensive tackle, edge, things like that, to shore up that run stuff, what I'm saying? Get some quick twitch linebackers. Also, get some safety help, because I think in this new system with Shane Bowen, we're going to be more of a, the secondary and the linebackers are going to make a big difference, because that front four, if they could put that pressure up front, then it leaves those 7 guys back there to wreak havoc, do work, and do what they got to do. So I'm all excited about it. But like I said, that's all, talk right now. So we have to see what happens in reality, what's going to happen and things like that. But like I said, I'll be there April 25th in Detroit for the draft. know what I'm saying? I might see somebody and you see some other giant content creators, things like that. So it's going to be exciting, man. I'm excited for it and stuff like that, man. So that'll be in about 2 weeks, April 25th through the 28th in Detroit. So I'll be looking out for that. All right. So next topic, I'm going to talk about the Yankees, man. The Yankees are rolling at the start of the season. They are 10-3 right now. And like I said, I can't even believe the first week of the season was against the Houston Astros. Our biggest rival, like, has been giving us problems for I don't know how long, man. And I seen it as like the Yankees swept the Astros 4-0. I was like, yo, this is something different. This could be something different. I think it's that Juan Soto effect. You know, so far, like I said, Yankees are rolling. They swept the Astros. And then the next 3 series, they won 2 of 3 against the Marlins, Blue Jays, and I think the D-backs, Diamondbacks. But the Astros was the one that surprised me the most, coming back and taking 4 straight from the Astros, because the Astros have been a thorn in our side, man. Can't believe it. These guys have been giving us problems, eliminating us in the playoffs, regular season, been beating up on us. And it's like we just couldn't seem to solve, the problem with the Astros. And if this is a sign right here, it's going to be a great sign, man. You know what I'm saying? 4-0 sweep of the Astros first 4 game of the season. Couldn't ask for a better start. 10-3 right now. You know what I'm saying? The pitching we've been getting some good pitching and stuff like that. The scores have been low. They kept the game low for the hitters to come around and, get that wins, man. We're gonna get them wins. All these wins add up. They count. Actually, today, I know today's a doubleheader. They with the Cleveland Guardians is a 12:30 game and a 6 o'clock game. So I think Clark Schmidt is on the mound for the Yankees in the first game, and then 6 o'clock game is going to be Cody Petit. So we'll be looking out for that. See how the Bombers, if they could sweep both of those games, that'll be even better. Right now Yankees in first place in the East at 10-3. And actually, they might be in first place overall, but I think the Dodgers got 10 wins. Other teams got some 10 wins, but for right now in the East, we are number 1 in the East. Like I said, we need to keep it going. Like I said, it's going to be a long season. It's not. So getting out the gates fast is a big thing, because injuries play a part of it. So let's get as many wins as we can early in the season. Keep it going. Like I said, these guys could stay healthy for the most part of it. I feel good about our chances this year in the playoffs and things like that. I think we got the hitting. We got the home run leader right now for the Yankees is Giancarlo Stanton with 4 right now. RBI leader is Juan Soto with 12. And they've been getting some good hit. Got some Volpe, Alex Verdugo, of course, Aaron Judge is going to do his thing, you know what I'm saying? And Giancarlo Stanton, like I said, for the most part, if those guys can stay healthy, we should be good. Like I said, only thing with us is our pitching. Hopefully these guys can keep up the good work. You know what I'm saying? I think right now Garrett Cole is going to be out for a while. I know he had got injured and things like that. So the pitching staff got to say about Marcus Stroman, you know what I'm saying? He's been looking good. Carlos Rodon, he's been looking good too. We got a 1.72 ERA right now. Stroman with the 17 strikeouts and this 3 stars. So they just got to keep it rolling. But like I said, man, this year in baseball, I guess the the Beast, supposedly the super teams are supposed to be the Braves and the Dodgers. So, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Yankees got that. We got our own, Beast too and stuff like that. We can stay healthy. Like I said, we should be right there with those guys during the whole season. You know what I'm saying? Health is going to be the number one thing with us or with any team. So as long as we stay healthy, I feel good about our chances and stuff like that. So, I'm not worried about it. We got a good lineup, especially a good hitting lineup. Like I said, Soto's a good hitter. You know what I'm saying? I know Judge is like more of a power hitter, but like I said, these other guys, all we need them to do, get some hits, man. Get guys on base, clear those bases and bring them home. That's all we need. Get runners on base and stuff like that. Jump out the quick leads on some of these teams and just just coast. That's what we're going to do. Just coast, when we playing these teams, but like I said, it's early in the season. Baseball just started. It's a long season, 162 games and stuff like that. But like I said, this is a great start from the Yankees, a 10-3 start. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody really kind of seen there's going to start like this, especially playing against the first series against the Astros, a team that has been a thorn in our side. But coming out and sweeping them 4-0 was a big start and a big sign, and I hope it's a big sign for things to come. Like I said, as far as the season go, so. And Juan Soto's on a 1-year deal, so I think in the off season or probably during the season to see if we could sign that extension or sign him to a contract. A lot of Yankees fans are excited about him. I know I was excited about him, and so far, like I said, he's been great for us and stuff like that. So I know what's his name got like $700 million, Otani. So I'm kind of figuring that Juan Soto probably gonna get somewhere around $500 million, somewhere around there, or I don't know, man, because I know he declined an offer from the Washington Nationals when he was on the Nationals, but I think it was a 15-year, $420-something million contract. So I guess he figured he got more money in less years, which I know that's what he wants. So, like I said, with the Yankees, I figure it's going to be somewhere in the $500 to $600 million ballpark and stuff like that. I mean, he's only 25 or 26 years old, so, and he's a good hitter, great hitter. So I could see that happening at some point. We just signed on Judge to a $365 million contract. And I know what's the name contract. Not too long, John Carlos Stanton contract should be coming up soon. So, getting at the end of that 10-year contract he signed with the Marlins. So, but like I said, we got these guys in the lineup for right now. Should be murderous row like this. The only thing is going to stop us is injuries like any other team. But we stay focused. We should be good, man. We should be good for the long haul, man. I like the pitching with the Yankees too, and Nestor Cortez, Carlos Rodon, Marcus Stroman. What I say, Garrett Cole when he gets back and things like that, and then you got Luke Weaver and things like that when they come in, so hopefully these other young guys like Clark Schmidt and Cody Petit, what I'm saying? Like I said, they could start pitching good for us and things like that, but we'll see today because like I said, they both pitched today, see how they do today. Hopefully we come out with 2 victories against the Guardians, keep this division lead going because I think the Orioles are right behind us. So how it goes in baseball, but it's a long season, 162 games. So any way you can start off, if you can start off hot and keep it going, I'd rather start off hot, keep it going, and then peak or something like that, and then really turn on at the end of the season than to start off the season poor. Because if you come out the gates poor, it's going to be a long season, and before you know it, your season can be over, man. So coming out the gate, we are coming out the gate on fire. Like I said, the Yankees are 10-3 right now. Happy about that. So far, so good. Like I said, at this time of year, man, it's for New York sports, man. I think it's going to be, like I said, this coming season is going to be a great season for New York sports, like it was like a couple of years ago and things like that. So, the Yankees starting off great. The Giants and the Jets didn't have too good of a season this year, injuries, things like that. But next season, the draft, everything coming up, like I said, should be turned around. And like I said, we should be having a fun time coming up this season coming up, man. It's going to be a lot of storylines, things like that, so I'm all for it, man, and stuff like that. So as far for, like I said, for the baseball, New York Yankees keep it going, 10-3 right now. Let's get to 11 and 12-3 after today's 2 games. Get them sweep with the Cleveland Guardians, and let's keep it going. And the next topic is the Knicks, man. Knicks are the big story right now in New York, though. The Knicks, like I said, man, the Knicks surge, man. The Knicks are surging, try to get that number 2 seed. They should get it, because the Knicks play tomorrow. No NBA games today. So the Knicks play tomorrow. They play at home against the Chicago Bulls. It's a 1:00 game. It's a home game. We just beat the Bulls, I think, a couple of nights ago or something like that. So we get another win. We should be in there for that number 2 seed if Milwaukee loses to Orlando. But if Milwaukee wins and we win, then we're going to get the 3rd seed and Milwaukee get the 2 seed because Milwaukee has the head-to-head against us in the season series. They beat us 3 out of 5 games, so they are 3-2 on us. So for the Knicks to get that number 2 seed, we will need to beat the Bulls at home tomorrow, and also for the Bucks to lose on the road. They go to Orlando tomorrow, and I know the Magic will be up for that game because of their seeding too and stuff like that. So I expect the Magics to win that game tomorrow. So the Magic's gonna win that game, the Knicks gonna win that game. So the Knicks will be in that 2 seed. And in that 2 seed, we're gonna end up playing the Sixers or the Heat, I believe. To me, really doesn't matter which one it is, because I ain't afraid of either one of those teams. The Knicks have Knicks beat them this year in the season series anyway, so we ain't had no problems with the Heat this year or the Sixers, so I really don't care. But in the Knicks' last 10 games, man, last 10 games, they won 6 of their last 10. Jalen Brunson has been playing like a man on fire. He's been playing like a man possessed. So I can't really, take nothing from him. Like I said before, this dude is having an MVP caliber season, campaign, whatever you want to call it. And I know they keep talking about the Joker and, Shea Gilgeous and Luca and all this stuff, man. But nobody has been doing a heavy workload than Jalen Brunson, man. For all the things the Knicks have been going through, the injuries and all stuff, we have more injuries than anybody. And this man is still out there on one leg, whatever, sometimes, and still willing us to a win, man. He's going out there, leaving everything on the court. You know what I'm saying? This man, like I said, an injury play season, this guy is giving us to the 2nd or the 3rd seed in the playoffs. I mean, before then, we probably get the 8th or the 7th seed or something like that. We are going to actually be in the top 3 seed and possibly number 2, all because of this man, the way he's played this season with all the injuries and all the people that's been out. Randall's out for the season now. OG Anunoby is out for a long stretch. He finally came back, so he's back now. Mitch has been out for most of the season. He got back. He came back. So we getting these guys at a good point, a good time. You know what I'm saying? I really wish Julius would have been back and stuff like that to have this full team so we could see what we really can do, because I really believe with a full squad and a healthy squad, we could do some serious damage in the East. And I think a lot of teams know that. But with Randall being out now, like I said, the way we've been playing the last 10 games, if we can keep this going like this continuity, guys are doing, helping out, stepping up, you know what I'm saying? Dante DiVincenzo hitting those threes, putting up 20 points. We need that. You know what I'm saying? Josh Hart, the rebounding, the hustle plays. We need that. We need all of those things. iHeart's been playing like a man possessed, you know what I'm saying? Rebounding, scoring, shot blocking, whatever we need, you know what I'm saying? And then also Deuce McBride, man, out of nowhere. Deuce shooting has just been a godsend, you know what I'm saying? It's like when he puts up a shot, I'm just like a 3-point shot. I'm like, oh, that's good. He's shooting with confidence. He ain't afraid to step up, in the challenge and stuff like that. So we can get 20-some points from Deuce, 15, 18, whatever it is, or get timely shots, or whenever he's open to get shots. We gonna be good. As long as his guys are out there firing and not being afraid to shoot or hesitating to shoot and things like that. Get it in and let's get it. You know what I'm saying? And also, I gotta give credit to either Bojan Bogdanovic. He's been stepping up his play. His shooting is coming around finally. You know what I'm saying? When he first came, you know what I'm saying, he was struggling a bit. Him and Alex Burke, they were struggling, but it looked like their shootings is coming up too. So that's a good thing, you know what I'm saying? Because the playoff stretch is here. Like I said, tomorrow's the last game, and then I believe the playoff starts Tuesday or Wednesday, something like that. I believe. I have to look on there and see when it starts. But this is exactly when you want these guys to start rounding into shape, you know what I'm saying, around this time for the playoff stretch, because we're going to need it, you know what I'm saying? We're going to need them shooting, you know what I'm saying, because it's not going to be all on Brunson. You know what I'm saying? We're going to need Dante DiVincenzo, Bogdanovic, you know what I'm saying, Josh Hart. Everybody got to step up. Deuce McBride, got to step up. Got OG, you know what I'm saying? So this is going to be great, man. All I can say is this playoff stretch is coming up. Like I said, if it's the Sixers, I'm going to be excited about it. I'm going to be happy. If it's the Heat, I'm going to be excited about it. Like I said, we should be able to get out of the first round with either one of those two teams that we play. It's going to be tough. Don't get me wrong. It's not going to be as easy because, like I said, OG just came back from, injuries. Mitch is just rounding out in the shape too. So, he's still trying to get his leg under him. So, but these other guys, you know what I'm saying, keep up what they've been doing. Like I said, Brunson, you know what I'm saying? And I know in the playoffs, I know they're going to try to force, somebody else to beat us. They're going to try to double team him. They're going to try to get the ball out of his hands. They're going to try to wear him down on both, make him play both sides, offense and defense. You know what I'm saying? So, how playoff basketball is, so it is understandable. But like I said, other guys is going to need to step up, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Josh Hart, hey, if you open, you got to pull the trigger, bro. You got to shoot the ball. Don't be scared. Don't hesitate. Pull it. You know what I'm saying? Keep being aggressive, getting rebounds, you know what I'm saying? Starting fast breaks, stuff like that, hustle plays, the things that he do. Just keep doing what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? And Dante, like I said, Dante, just keep shooting the rock like the way you've been shooting the rock with confidence. Keep shooting it. Yeah, I don't even care. Pull the trigger. You open, pull it. You know what I'm saying? We need it because I know it's gonna go in. You know, Deuce, same thing with Deuce. You know, I know the playoff is a little bit more pressure. Of course, you know, teams really step up their game. You know what I'm saying? And they step up their level of play, but we got to step up our level of play too if we want to have a good postseason. I mean, yeah, we don't have our full squad, you know what I'm saying, with Julius being out, but hey, we can see what we can do with these guys because, like I said, they come back next year again, run the table next year again, then we know what we got, you know what I'm saying? We know what we're going to have, you know what I'm saying? So right now in the playoffs coming up, we're going to see how far we can get. Like I said, with Julius, I'm thinking Eastern Conference Finals, but with the way things are, I'm still thinking Eastern Conference Finals, you know, depending on who we play. And I don't care who we play, you know what I'm saying? We could beat any of those teams in the East. Boston, Milwaukee, Philadelphia, you know, Miami, Orlando, Indy, you know what I'm saying? And I know people say, well, Orlando, y'all didn't have a good series. Yeah, but like I said, we didn't play with a full strength against those teams most of the year anyway. So we really couldn't gauge on it. But in the playoff, it's going to be a little bit different because regular season games, yeah, teams are going to be running up and down the court. But in the playoffs, sometimes it almost grinds to more of a half court type of offense. Not to say that it's going to be, but for the most part, it'll be like a half court game, things like that. And, you know, when it comes to like the grinding style, I like our chances because, like I said, we're one of the slowest paced teams in the NBA. So, I mean, we used to a slow, like a grind style. So if that happens, that's good for us. You know what I'm saying? But if we get into a track meet, I think we also could do a track meet too, but we probably don't want to do that too often or too much. So I'm confident either way it goes. But like I said, going into the playoffs, we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully our offense don't get stagnant and stuff like that. And people don't just looking for like Brunson or one person to do something and things like that. Hey man, just play like the way you've been playing loose, unselfish basketball, pass the ball, things like that. Help out on defense and things like that. And, you know, our defense, I think two things is going to catapult us in the playoffs is going to be defense on the defense side, rebounding, you know, things like that, getting loose balls and stuff like that, hustle plays and things like that. And I think we, like I said, with Josh Hart, McDeuce McBride, things like that, I like our chances. And then also in the playoff, you know, what a lot of people haven't seen, you know, so far is like how Mitch and OG and Deuce, if they on the court together, that's a good defensive trio right there. You know, the teams really haven't seen this year because of the injuries and things like that. And those guys haven't been in most of the season. But now with that on the floor now, you know what I'm saying, that's another weapon that we can have on the defensive. We go on the defensive unit, you know, with Mitch, Obi, and Deuce McBride out there on the court. You know, so that's another element to the thing too in the playoffs, like I said, because when things get tight and things like, you know what I'm saying, you need some defensive intensity to step up. And like I said, we got defense and we got players that can play defense and stuff like that. So that's another bonus for us, you know what I'm saying, in the playoffs. And going in, like I said, tomorrow, I think there's no NBA games today. And tomorrow, you know, all the games are played tomorrow. So majority of those games all have playoff implications. You know, I know out west, I know Denver, OKC, and what's the other team? Minnesota are all tied. So all three of those guys will have to try to win and see who's going to get the 1, 2, and 3 seed and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Plus the Lakers are still fighting for, you know, like I don't know if it's the play-in or they fighting, you know, for their playoff seeding, but it's a lot, you know what I'm saying, going on. Like tomorrow, like it's going to be a lot of good games tomorrow in the NBA. All of them have playoff implications on them and things like that. And I don't know, like I said, so the playoff comes. So yeah, in the comment section, just leave below like what you want to see, like what matchups are going to intrigue you the most and things like that in the NBA playoffs. Like I know some people might be like, as a Knicks fan, we probably don't want to see Indy in the first round and things because they are up and, you know, they are a fast-paced team, you know what I'm saying? They attract me and things like that. Hey, if it comes to it, it happens. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we could probably keep up or we could slow them down, things like that. Or they might say Orlando might not want to face Orlando because we didn't have a good series of Orlando. Hey, regular season is regular season. We'll see what happens in the playoff, man. You know, same pressure, bust pipes. You know, one thing about the Knicks, we don't run for nobody. We ain't running from nobody, haven't ran from nobody, and we ain't going to start running now. And then what's in front of us, we're going to handle it, take care of it, and get rid of them dudes, like I said, and move on. That's all we're going to do, you know. We ain't afraid of nobody. We take on all comers. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is the playoff push. Brunson is the lead. He's the lead dog. Follow the leader. You know what I'm saying? You see the dog in Brunson. I want to see the dog in these other people on the team. I want to see in the playoffs is going to show me who on the Knicks got some dog in them. I know Brunson got some dog in them. We'll see Hart. We'll see. I know Mitch got some dog. We'll see Josh Hart. We'll see Dante. We'll see Deuce. You know, OG and Anobi. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he played in the playoffs with Toronto. Probably. I don't remember too much, but we'll see. Like I said, I mean, on OG's part, we just looking for him to be like that wing defender to shut down these wing players or make it difficult for them and stuff like that. That's what we're mainly looking for, you know. So it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be real good. It's gonna be fun. Like I said, I can't wait for the playoffs to start. Like I said, I don't care who we play because, like I said, it don't matter who we play in the first round, and then even in the second, third round and stuff like that. If it gets to it, our whole thing is we just gotta, you know, come to play, be ready to play, you know, our intensity, pick up our intensity, things like that. If we can stay healthy, because I don't want to see the worst thing I want to see is another injury to one of our starters, and you know they done or something like that, you know. So hopefully, like I said, we just wish them health and stuff like that. And like I said, I believe in these guys. I think these guys can do it, things like that. And we'll see how far we can get. Me personally, I think Eastern Conference Finals or maybe more. You know what I'm saying? I know Boston is the big dog right now, but hey, I think we can play Boston too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even though we just beat them, but that don't really mean too much. But in a 7-game series or a 5-game series, we'll see what we got against them. But I don't fear them either. You know, Milwaukee, you know, Giannis has been out for the end of the season, and he probably ain't gonna be even in the playoff. So I won't fear him. Even if with the healthy Giannis, I don't even fear the Bucks either. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Miami, same thing. Don't fear them. Indy, Orlando, they're young, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. And then on the play-in, I don't know if it's the Bulls and the Hawks are doing a play-in for the East. So who knows what's going to happen. But like I said, with us, we're finishing out the season strong. We just won out of the last 10 games, we 6-4. You know, in the last 10 games, like I said, Brunson, I think during that stretch, I think Brunson has averaged like 32 or 33 points a game. I mean, the dude has been on fire, you know what I'm saying? And like I keep saying, hey, if that man don't be like the runner-up or the thing to the MVP, I mean, to me, is a crime. I mean, you can talk about Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and all that type of stuff, but like I said, this man right here willed this team to a number 2 or 3 seed with all the injuries that the Knicks have had. OKC, they ain't had that many injuries like the way the Knicks have. Denver hasn't had that many injuries like the Knicks have with the Joker. Milwaukee haven't had that many injuries either. You know what I'm saying, with Giannis. Dallas ain't had that many injuries either. You know what I'm saying? So all the MVP talk about, you know what I'm saying, for me personally, the MVP season that Jalen Brunson having, to me, far outweighs those guys. And I know the Joker is going to win, or, you know what I'm saying, it's like he deserves to win. But at the end of the day, for me, Brunson should be up there. If you don't win it, you could be a runner-up. But if you finish like 4th or 5th or something like that, I know it's BS. It's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Because guess what? And then they're leaving Jason Tatum or something like that, because the Knicks are going to win 50 games and those other teams win like 56 or 60 games, or how much they win. I don't care about that, because if we had a full healthy squad this season, we'll see. We probably could have got to 55 to 60 games. I mean, the way we were playing, because we were rolling right along before the injuries started happening. I mean, we was like, 14-2, you know, after the OG trade. I know Mitch was out at that time, but if Mitch was there, yeah, we would have been right there, man. We'd have won a lot more of those games and stuff like that we lost, you know, because most of some of the games we lost, we were depleted, man. We had nobody, you know what I'm saying? It's good, Bugs. What's up, bro? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just talking about this playoff thing coming up, man. Like I said, we don't fear nobody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna fear us, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna put whoever's coming in our face, that's the first person we're gonna make example of. We're gonna kick their ass and get on to the next round of the playoffs. Like I said, Philly, Miami, bring them on. I don't care. Embiid's back. That don't mean nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't fear the Sixers. Don't fear the Heat. Don't fear the Bucks. Don't fear the Celtics. Don't fear the Pacers or the Magics. I don't fear none of these guys. Like I said, I feel good about the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? This is what playoff basketball's about, to be on the biggest stage. You know what I'm saying? In the Mecca. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's about. This is what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? And this starts right here, right now, right here. And like I said, Jalen Brunson. If they don't see that this man is the MVP of the league, then I don't know what else, to tell them or what else, because the season this man is having, the things he's doing like right now is unbelievable. This is coming from a point guard. This ain't no small forward, no center, no power forward. This is a point guard willing his team to victories. However he got to do it, things like that. So I'm excited, and we'll see. Like I said, he's had the biggest workload of all these MVP candidates that they got up there, listed up there and stuff like that. They haven't gone through much adversity like he's going through this whole season. So give that man his flowers and stuff like that. And like I said, only thing he just all he do is just prove people wrong. He gonna have his critics, he gonna have his haters and things like that. But guess what? He's still shining and all that type of stuff, man. So I can't take nothing from that man. Like I said, he has been the true MVP of the season for me. He's the MVP for the Knicks, and you see it. You see when he goes to other arenas, you see what happens. I mean, they chant MVP. Knicks fans chant MVP in other arenas around the country. I don't hear nobody else doing that when they come in, on TV. I don't hear nobody else even when they come to our arena. Ain't nobody chanting MVP for no Jokic and all this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You hear that with Jalen Brunson. Every arena he goes to when he's on the free throw line, they chant MVP because they already know. The NBA knows it. Everybody know it too. You know what I'm saying? But of course the Joker's gonna win, you know what I'm saying? And then they say they got Shai Gilgeous and what's his name? Luka and all that other stuff. And then what happens when them guys fizzle out in the playoffs? Then what they gonna say? Denver probably should get a little bit further, but we'll see how Luka does in the playoffs. We'll see how OKC does in the playoff and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I know for us, our MVP is right here. You know what I'm saying? And other teams know it, and the NBA knows it. You know what I'm saying? When we step out on that court, we got like probably one of the best players on the floor. Not one of the best, the best player on the court right there. I know how Kenny Smith was saying all that stuff about in the past. The Knicks didn't even have the second or third best player on the court. You know what I'm saying? But that was in the past. Now there's the other team that don't have the second or third best player on the court. When Brunson is out there, when he's out there, he's either first or he's just as equal. You know what I'm saying? I don't fear none of them other guys. You know what I'm saying? If he's out there in the court, it's like, yeah, we got a good chance of winning this game. You know what I'm saying? He's going to will us to a win. All we got to do is just step up and help this man. You know what I'm saying? These other guys. I say Dante's been shooting that rock. Keep shooting that rock. Deuce is coming off that bench. He ain't afraid. He ain't scared. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. iHeart playing with confidence down there in the post. Mitch is back. You know what I'm saying? He's rounding into form. So, hey, man, we good. You know what I'm saying? We good. We got OG. We got a defensive wing player that's going to step up, going to make some plays. And he can hit the shots. He can hit corner threes, things like that when we need him to. And he scores. So, hey, man. Everything is going to be good, man. I ain't afraid of none of these cats. You know what I'm saying? Everything is going to be good. But like I said, tomorrow's game against the Bulls, Knicks should win that game. They have to win that game because if we win that game, we're going to get that number 2 seed because the Bucks are going to be in Orlando. Orlando's got to win that game too. So I'm pretty sure Orlando's going to win that game at home against the Bucks. We just got to take care of our business tomorrow. We'll know by 3 o'clock tomorrow because both games are at 1 o'clock. So we'll know about 3 o'clock tomorrow if we got the number 2 seed or not. Because if we win and the Bucks lose, we get the 2 seed. And like I said, we'll end up playing the Sixers or the Heat or whoever is down there or something like that. But I feel good about our chances winning tomorrow at home against the Bulls. We just beat them the other day. You know what I'm saying? And the Sixers, Sixers are at home against the Brooklyn Nets. And then Miami plays Toronto tomorrow. So both of those guys should win. So if they both win, then the Sixers would be the 7th seed. And I think the Heat would be the 8th seed, But like I said, I feel good about our chances winning games tomorrow and stuff like that. So I know we're going to get that number 2 seed in the East. And like I said, we're getting the number 2 seed in the East because of our MVP player, Jalen Brunson, leading the Knicks to the number 2 seed in the East. You know what I'm saying? Despite all the injuries that the Knicks have occurred during the season along the way. So I'm happy for that man. Like I said, he's finally getting his flowers. He should get his flowers. And like I said, he'll show his critics in the playoffs, what he's all about. If he didn't already last year, in the playoffs, I mean, he was scoring 40-point games in the playoff last year and things like that. So like I said, everybody, they know about him. And like I said, behind closed doors, they probably like, man, this dude is, and he's like, he better than what we thought. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, big ups to Kendrick Perkins, who's always big up in him, you know, the Knicks and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? While you got them other haters on, you know, the national media and stuff like, you know, which we don't even care about too much, you know what I'm saying? But he gonna do his thing like that. Everybody know about Brunson and stuff like that. Like I said, if he don't win the MVP or he don't be a runner up to the MVP, then there's a travesty and stuff like that. You know, I know they're gonna do what they want to do and give it to who they want to give it to and stuff like that. But you know, and I know who deserves it and things like that. But he don't get it this year. He definitely gonna get it next year too. Like I said, he gonna have another big campaign next year too. But that's all I got, man, for today, man. I was just coming on here just to give my thoughts on those things, you know, about the Knicks. Also the Yankees, like I said, Yankees got a doubleheader today, 12 o'clock, 12:30 or something like that, and at 6 o'clock. So hopefully they get those 2 sweeps and stuff like that, stay in first place in the East. You know, we 10-3 right now. We doing our thing, you know, representing. So keep it going, Yankees. And like I said, the draft is in the NFL draft in about 2 weeks. So I'll be there in Detroit. So I'll be ready for that thing, man. And next time, I think I'm trying to get a roundtable Giants talk coming up soon, like next week or something like that. Just trying to get these other guys locked in and stuff like that. You know, talk draft strategy and things that can help the Giants, how we build this team and stuff like that. So I'm trying to do that, you know, saying this weekend coming. So that'll be the next big telecast and things like that. Trying to get these guys on and give our thoughts and our opinions and stuff like that, you know, before the draft and see how that goes, man. But it's been fun, man. Thanks for rocking with me, man. You know, on this Saturday morning here down in the A, man, it's been nothing but cool and chill and stuff like that. So it's all good, man. But yo, please hit that like and subscribe button and also share it as well and stuff like that, man. If this is your first time to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Let's grow this channel. Let's keep it going so you can keep getting good content. As always, man, talking New York sports, Yankees, Giants, Knicks, you know, things like that. And I know next year I'm going to do some Duke basketball and stuff. I ain't do too many, or really no Duke basketball, but I'm going to do some Duke basketball and stuff like that. So until next time, man, thanks for joining the Man Cave podcast, man. And this is your host, S. God. And we'll see you next time. Like I said, probably this week coming up, trying to do some Giants round talk. All right. See you then.
Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
It's for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. God.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That turnpike you can see, that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, North don't get broken. Legalized mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in, the show called TheMan-Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85 inch screen. The game's on, you rushing, please. Stay calm, you on the road and chill. Do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S. God. It's no telling, the panel filled with guest stars. You now rocking with the voice, you know what it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You now rocking with my man S. God. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is Alter Production. What that mean? We about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S. God G.O.D. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.